Thank you for ruining this week's vlogs. So I called back the scooter shop and he's like, oh, that's weird. Like,
We about to do a little Philadelphia tour. No lease status, stay.
he was more concerned on whether it looked like a Chinese head.
It comes with two gaskets. It comes with a cylinder gasket.
He didn't even take the time to find me the correct spark plug. But I got so tempted, yo, like straight up tempted to the max. I want to give a special shout out to Philadelphia Scooters. Thank you for ruining this week's vlogs. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you coming back to the channel. And you, ma'am, I appreciate you as well. So, I found out what was the problem. Obviously, it's cracked, so that's the main problem. But yesterday, I almost felt like I didn't want to blame it at the dude at Philly Scooters because I'm like, it can't be his fault, right? It can't be. He's the professional. He's the shop owner. He's the one who sold me the Genuine. Like, he should know better, right? Well, I hope homie gets to see this one day. And if you were more focused on the actual screw itself and me handing you the pipe and you genuinely trying, you see Genuine Scooters, you genuinely trying to help me and assist me without saying yeah, yeah, I think it was his fault. I'm more than sure it was his fault, and I'm gonna explain why, and you tell me if you think it was his fault or if it was the cylinder, because now I kind of feel bad that the company got to sit there and send another product. I mean, I appreciate they sent another product, but it was the dude's fault. So I'm gonna explain how. Yesterday when he gave me both of these screws, you guys remember that he gave me both of them already pre-pushed in. So like an idiot, I'm the idiot here for not taking them out and double checking them. But I just checked them a few minutes ago and I'm here beating myself up like, why, if he gave me the brand new bolts and this is a brand new cylinder, why did it crack like that? So I'm here and I'm testing them. I said, you know what, let me take the screw out, right? And let me try it on the other one. So I'm here and I'm tightening it, I'm trying it, right? You know how it's a double-sided screw? So I'm tightening it, and I tighten it on the first side first, watch. Bam, right there. I tighten it right there, and that's the max that it goes in. That's the max that it goes in. It's snug, it's firm. That's how he gave me both of them yesterday. Firm, both of them was firm, right? So I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, that's what they're for. Like, I'm supposed to screw them in and bam, it'll be tight. Yesterday, I never took either of them out to double check if it was on the correct side. So what I did, I started tightening it when I was about to do the job, and I guess it cracked, right? So I called back the scooter shop, and he's like, oh, that's weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I called him like, hey, buddy, it's not your fault, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that them screws you just sold me ended up causing me to crack the head. He sounded unconcerned, like he didn't even really care. I guess since I didn't buy the part from him, it wasn't important to him. Well, guess what? Today, I flip it upside down and watch what happens. Straight through the bottom. Look, you can actually see it. I'm gonna go even further. And this is by hand, guys. Look at this. Right there. It's just nice and flush. Nice and flush. Look at it. I'm gonna put it on the other side in case you don't believe me. Check this out. Watch. Watch how easy it goes in when I put it the way I just put it on the right side. Watch how easy it goes in all the way to the bottom. Bam. Look at that. All the way to the bottom. Straight through it without a problem. Now watch what happens when I take it out. I'm gonna flip it upside down now, which is how he gave it to me set up yesterday with both of them flipped upside down. He should have knew better. He should have knew better. Look, it just stops. It stops. It starts slowing down. And anybody that knows screws knows that if it doesn't feel like it's going in anymore, don't force it, because this will happen. But yesterday, man, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, it's a brand new head, it's a brand new bolt. I got it from the shop. What can go wrong? That can go wrong. That's what can go wrong, y'all. And I didn't lose. Well, time and patience, but I didn't lose. The guy at the shop didn't lose. The ones who lost is the company that sold me this, and that's so messed up. I mean, by their response, I'm assuming it happens often because they responded pretty quickly with it being a casting issue or a casting problem. But what do you guys think? Look at that screw. See how one side shorter than the other? I guess one half is slightly thicker than the other half. And he had them both pushed in on the thicker halves yesterday. And I wasn't smart enough to just double check each screw. So I guess it's my fault. It's mainly his fault, but it's my fault. And I wanted to tune you in on that, man, because I was editing and I'm exporting and uploading and all that good stuff. And in between, I'm just beating myself up. They're trying to figure out what could it have been. Now we know.
Before we get into that cylinder and piston talk, I'm out and about with my homegirl Jersey. She riding shotgun and she joining me on this ride. We headed to Ogon's, to the Logan section area of the city. We about to do a little Philadelphia tour. About to get the tours on smash. We're not gonna let our little cylinder situation get to us, are we? It's a beautiful day. She sat with me peacefully and calm while I just went on the little tours. We did 2 neighborhoods covering about 4 videos. Right, girl? Stop eating the fiber. Go. Hey, girl. Cut it out. Yeah, giving her some activity time. Right? Go and stretch your muscles. Go and stretch your muscles, girl. Go and stretch your muscles. Go and stretch your muscles. Stretch them. Stretch them, girl. You go, girl. Oh, you go, girl. Oh, would you, mama? Ew, that's going to be the new ringtone. It's going to be like, would you, mama? Ew, that sounds like the new hottest rap on the block. Would you, mama? Would you, mama? Would you, mama? Yeah, I'm a professional, dog. I'm a beatboxer. Tell Biz Marquis what's up. I'm leaving, Jersey. Bye. Don't be following me. I'm out, Jersey. Don't even think you're coming with me. You staying here. Nope. Not at all. You're not coming back to the lab. You are now a field dog. Yep, field dog who's over there eating grass from the field, huh? Huh? What you think? You a vegan? She heard the word vegan and she out. Look at that. She's like, yes, I'm vegan. I'm vegan. What do you think? You can leave on your own? Slow down. Wait. Come here. Come here. Come here, girl. Sit. Sit. No leash status. Stay. Stay. Don't move. Good girl. We about to head back to the lab and take a look at that cylinder so I can tell y'all what really happened. Go ahead, Jersey. Show them what it's hitting for. She's like, but I ain't got no space. There's a bike in there. There's a hoopty in there. My bad, Jersey.
Back at the back cave. Looks like that run got Jersey tired. She over there laid out. Got the head right here, or the cylinder. I keep calling it head. I'm not sure why. But I guess the moral of today's vlog, I just want it to be, next time I would hope that employees would take their time to designate their attention to each and every single customer that comes into the store, because you can never know who is who and where that person may lead to. For example, I purchased this from that location at Philly Scooters, and I brought my buddy NR to get his, and I've talked to several other people about going there to get theirs also. And after the situation, I think I'll be ordering all of my products, nuts, bolts, any minor detail, from online, because I thought it was quite interesting. I know he was involved in an unboxing and uncrating. He was uncrating a scooter when I pulled up, but I don't think there was enough attention put into the actual effort of finding the correct screws. You know, it would have been really cool if he would have tightened them up for me. I mean, I guess if he would have tightened them up, they would have broke on him, and then it would have been a different story. But if he would have knew what he was doing and he would have put them in, you know what I mean, firmly for me and all that good stuff, I don't think I would have had this problem. But it appeared as though he was very passive. He was more concerned on whether it looked like a Chinese head or of Chinese build, and that the port was going to make it go slower.
Yeah, it's going to be slower.
Etc., etc. I know those type of salesmen. Those type of salesmen are the ones who knock your product if it's not name brand or has a long history of being in the market. And that's a shame. You know, I do understand that sometimes Chinese products are not of equal value. However, the 2 screws, the 1 bolt, and the spark plug was all I went there for. I didn't go there for a lecture on the quality of a product and expectation of what I should expect from it. You understand? With that being said, I think this is a lesson that I learned on my behalf, and if the company ever sees this video, which I'm not sure if they'll ever see it, I think it's a message to practice more customer service. And who knows if he's the owner? It could be a franchise, and he could be the owner. He could have been the owner. You know what I mean? If that's the owner, well, I can't tell him how to run his business. However, I wish he would have just took the time to rather than yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
That's weird. Tighten it so that I can tighten, and then loosen it, and then use it.
Yeah.
For the pipe.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right. More full, complete answers. He was looking outside. He was more focused, and I don't want to hear that he wanted to pay attention to see if somebody was going to steal the scooter. The scooter was, he had 20 scooters outside. Nobody was going to steal nothing. The energy was a little bit funky. The communication, the eye contact wasn't there, and I'm one not to make eye contact often. However, when in an engaged conversation like that, where it's about a specific subject, I will do so if necessary. And he just wasn't into talking to me for long periods of time. I think taking 5 to 10 minutes out of his day wasn't worth it for me as a customer. However, not for him not taking the correct 5-10 minutes out of his day patiently, that caused me to wait another week, 2 weeks, and the ripple effect kept going, and it affected not only myself but the ones around me. I just know if it would have been a senior citizen, somebody in their 50s, a male from a higher class neighborhood, I know he would have took his time and engaged and communicated and conversated and try to do his best to satisfy that customer. And although I'm not saying he didn't satisfy me, he did run through our transaction quite quick, and the answers were a little bit redundant and plain. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some 2-stroke oil and I'm gonna put it around the rings and the piston by hand, just a nice little dab amount, just so that they can be nice and moist and lubed up. Alright, there you go. Took a little bit. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the cylinder. I'm just going to take all the remaining 2-stroke that I have in my hands, and I'm just going to go all inside the cylinder so that the cylinder is properly lubed. Once the cylinder and the piston are properly lubed, I'm going to open up the gasket. This is the gasket that goes behind the cylinder. It comes with 2 gaskets. It comes with a cylinder gasket to the case, and then it comes with a cylinder to the head gasket. The cylinder to the crankcase gasket is made out of some type of cardboard, but it goes straight through the 4 holes. We match up the design, especially cut for this cylinder. The gasket is now properly seated. Next step is I'm going to grab the cylinder, and for this part I'm going to need both hands. What I have to do here, there's 2 piston rings that's on this piston, and there's actually a marking on each side. There's 2 of them I have to match up for air and fuel, and I have to hold those in, compress them, and slide the cylinder in at the same time. So give me a minute. So in all honesty, it took me about 35 minutes or so. I know that's a long time, right? But it took me about 35 minutes or so to get this seated correctly. It was a little complicated trying to match the rings. You had to match both of those rings with the pins and then compress it, and everything's so tight and small. And then I got greasy hands from using the oil to lube up the cylinder. But let me make sure this is nice and lubed. But yeah, guys, so that's installed. Next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little gasket they gave us. I'm gonna put this gasket right here. Now I'm gonna take the head. I tried cleaning it up a bit, but it didn't really come out too clean. I cleaned off most of it, but I'm just gonna try it like that, guys. So we're gonna make sure we're gonna follow this PGO arrow, and it wants to face the same way as the piston. Right there. I got the 4 head bolts right here. Now I'm about to put them back on one by one. I'm gonna tighten them in an X pattern, which means I'm gonna put them on from the opposite side from each other. It's best to always hand tighten screws and nuts first. Then once they're hand tightened, you can always tighten them up with the tool. I know we spoke about this on many vlogs before, but always make sure you're cautious when tightening up bolts, especially important bolts like head bolts, crank bolts, etc., because you don't want to break a bolt. It's a very costly fix. And or strip a port or strip a bolt. You can strip the screw too. And in our case, for yesterday's vlog, you could break the actual screw hole depending on the material it was made with. Now I'm about to get a socket with a cup and then tighten this up. I had to give y'all at least this much. I can't let them slow down our week. So let's install, look at it. There you go. It's nice and tight. I'm about to install a brand new spark plug. And I don't know. I ain't gonna build it today. I'm not gonna put all the plastics on because I still gotta clean it up. But I might just turn it over. I wonder if the battery's charged, yo. Spark plug, check. John on deck. So we're gonna make sure that this is gapped. Let me make sure this is gapped, right? Let me not assume that it's gapped. I have to learn my lesson after this experience. I can't trust customer service anymore. Now I gotta make sure this is going in smooth by hand. I'm not even gonna hit it with the tool until this goes in smooth by hand. Here we go, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it, Tin. Do it. Oh boy. You gotta be kidding me. Nah, that's a lie. This is a brand new one. This is a lie. Yo, he didn't sell me the right spark plug. Yo, he didn't even sell me the right spark plug. Wow. Yo, this is the brand new spark plug. Yo, he didn't even sell me the right spark plug. Are you serious, dog? Like, what? 45. Yo, he got me, bro. He got me. He didn't even sell me the right spark plug, man. This junk goes right through it. Like, completely through it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's so small. It doesn't even... This is a joke. There you go. That enforces... Yo. That enforces what I was talking about in the beginning. He didn't even take the time to find me the correct spark plug. Here's the difference. This is that brand new one that he just sold me. And look at it next to the one that's supposed to be on the Rough House. I can't believe he did that, yo. Mine's is all beat up and rusty, but it looks like I'm gonna have to use it. I can't believe he did that. That's crazy. CR, that one says CR, this one says BR. Look at the size difference. Yeah, people have had them in your shop going up to 25,000 miles, but I guess they wasn't in your possession or in your hands because you can't even tell the correct spark plug. That's insane. Hey, yo, I had to turn on the fan, yo, because this drill turn on. So much carbon monoxide poisoning. Oh, one hand, one hand. Oh, snap. Yeah, that's because I ain't got the pipe on it, yo. It sounds like an open header. This drill turn right on. Let me turn it on with both hands.
2 hours later.
I know I wasn't supposed to build it, but I got so tempted, yo, like straight up tempted to the max, where I built that whole junk from bottom to top, to find out bad news at the very end of it. And that's my fault for being stubborn and being hard-headed. So remember that crack? Yep, guess what happened? It finished. Yeah, and it's not sitting flush. It actually sounds loud. You can see right there, it's not sitting flush. It seems like the muffler has its own built-in gasket, that ring right there. But it finished cracking, yo. Yeah, it was only a matter of time with like vibration and everything. Just sucks that I still gotta take it apart all over again when that new head and piston come. I was trying to be slick. I was trying to use this meantime, you know what I mean, until the new one, well, not until the new one came, but till eventually I needed it years down the line or months or whenever this one would have went, but it didn't even last a day.
We getting a Philly tour. We about to get our Philly tour on Smash. We're not gonna let all that head and cylinder and piston stuff energy get to us.